Well, hello everyone. My name is Caleb Turner, and I'm currently a student at the University of Charleston, where I'm pursuing a major in political science with a concentration in public policy. And I wanted to give an informative speech today on what exactly defines a Protestant. Now, the reason I chose this topic is simply because of the huge effects that religion has had in American society and how it has permeated our communities, our lives, and our culture. Today, several millions of Americans claim to have some sort of Protestant faith, whether they claim to be Southern Baptist or Lutheran or Presbyterian. And according to the Hartford Institute for Religion Research, roughly 16.1 million Americans claim to be a part of the Southern Baptist Convention, a large Protestant denomination within the United States. And accompanied by that, there are several millions of others who claim to be part of other minor Protestant denominations, ranging from Episcopal to Pentecostal. So, it is safe to say that there are millions of Americans who do have a Protestant background and have held pretty influential offices and roles within our community. Now, I'm sure we all remember back in our history classes, whether they be in high school or our freshman year in college, where we learned about the Protestant Reformation and how Martin Luther initiated this in 1517 by nailing his 95 Theses on the door of the Catholic Church in Wittenberg, Germany. As a result, Western Europe saw a massive movement in which many individuals from all walks of life suddenly denounced the Roman Catholic Church and separated from it and founded other churches and other religious institutions. The Protestants had various theological differences with the Roman Catholic Church, some of which disagreed over justification, the role of the Pope, or how God administers grace, or how to treat the saints. So, with the progression of Protestantism and its growing influence, today, there seems to be many loose definitions that define a Protestant. I have talked to several Protestants, I have interacted with many of them, and I've asked them, what defines a Protestant? And from so many people that I've asked, many of them will tell you, well, Protestant is simply not a Catholic, or we don't worship Mary, the mother of Jesus Christ. But they never give a theological answer as to why they are a Protestant. Well, through research on the website Introduction to Protestantism, they published an article called The Five Solas, which demonstrate how 5 solas define the Protestant faith. These are sola scriptura, sola fide, sola gratia, solus Christus, and soli Deo Gloria. First, sola scriptura simply means by Scripture alone. According to this concept, Scripture is the only infallible source of divine revelation and the final authority that governs faith and practice. While commentaries, theological books, and priests may be helpful to your faith, they're not, in essence, the dominant force. Scripture is. The second is sola fide, justification by faith alone. And what this in essence says is that God declares us righteous before His eyes solely on our faith. It is not by our works or merits or any potential good deeds that we do. It is rather simply by trusting in Him. Accompanied very closely with sola fide is sola gratia, which simply means by grace alone. This also says that grace is God's gift to mankind. It is free, and you cannot earn it. It is simply given to people and administered the way he wishes. Fourth, we have solus Christus, which is by Christ alone. According to this concept, Christ is the sole mediator between God and mankind, and we can approach Christ directly without a priest, without a pope, or any religious institutions or leaders. Also, along with it being, with Christ being a mediator, salvation only comes through Christ's death and resurrection. Again, absent of works and merit. And then to conclude, the final sola is soli Deo Gloria, which is glory be to God alone. And according to soli Deo Gloria, there is no earthly force or figure that deserves glory or praise. It is only God who does it, not a pope, not the church, or not a priest. Rather, those popes or those priests or the church has done its good works because of God, and that's it. Now, while this may be a simplistic way of describing what defines a Protestant, the five solas truly demonstrate the theological implications and the definition of what exactly Protestantism is. Thank you.